The reason why you shouldn't commit suicide is because life is so much bigger than your problems. And if you're anything like me, when I'm going through something that's very, very bad and I feel defeated, I tend to crawl in a hole and I tend to tell myself like things will never get better. You feel super bad right now and you're gonna feel like this forever because there's no way I can get out of this. So I might as well just end my life and leave this earth because I cannot deal with this pain anymore. It hurts and nobody understands me. But I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. People do understand you. And it's no secret that I've suffered from depression since I was a little girl. By the grace of God, I'm not suicidal anymore, but doesn't mean that I never have been. I've been suicidal a good 4 to 5 times in my entire life, starting at the age of 12. And one of the times that I was suicidal, the highest time that I was suicidal and where I actually almost ended my life was 2019. In 2019, I went through something super bad where I got betrayed by somebody and everything just felt like it was crashing down on me, and I could not deal with what was going on at the moment. I knew that what I was going through in that moment, I didn't deserve to be going through that, but I still was. It's really, really painful when the person that you love the most ends up betraying you and hurting you more than anybody else. People who hurt you the most is never an enemy. It's always somebody very, very close to you. So my last thoughts before I tried to end my life, I was so sure that it was the right thing for me. I was so sure like, yeah, like I'm really gonna do it. I was about to do it, and I couldn't have been more sure of my decision up until I thought about my supporters and my family. That's what made me stop doing what I was about to do. And this is why I'm a big person on mental health and I advocate for it so much, because I know what it's like. I've been there, you know, I've experienced the lowest of the lows. In that second, I thought, how can I end my life when I'm always on social media telling people to stay strong? That would make me a hypocrite. The thought of my supporters having to deal with the person that they looked up to or look up to still really ended their life. When I preach about it every day, I couldn't fathom the thought of what that would have done to some of my supporters. I play such a big role in my family, as well as everybody else in my family. They play their own roles as well, but I play such a big role in my family that I knew that if I were to end my life in that moment when I wanted to, they would have been in pain for the rest of their life. The rest of their life, and there's no going around that. So although I was so sure in that moment, because what I was going through was something that I could not deal with anymore, because I was so hurt and I was losing, like, I think I lost 13 to 15 pounds during that time. Although I was so sure that what I was gonna do right now was the right decision, I'm glad that I didn't do it, because I would have missed out on so much in my life. I would have missed out on so many things that have happened to my family and to myself. Of course, I ended up not doing it, and I ended up going to the hospital for a little bit. So years later, I'm here, I'm alive. God is good. I'm no longer suicidal. I'm happy. I go through my bad days, of course, and my bad moments, and I still deal with a lot of evil, crazy, toxic people. You know, it's inevitable, but I know how to deal with it now. I know how to deal with those kinds of people because I've already been through hell and back. I feel like this may sound very, very dark, but have you guys ever met somebody that is just so evil and toxic that you feel like you've already met the devil? That's what I feel like. I feel like I've already encountered the devil a few times in a few people, and my faith is so strong in God, and I know exactly how to deal with it. And you know, truth be told is that life doesn't get easier, you get stronger. Now listen to that again. Life doesn't get easier, you get stronger. You have to take the good and the bad. The way we take the good, we have to take the bad and understand that with bad days, it's gonna rain, there's gonna be thunder, there's gonna be lightning, there's gonna be flooding, it's gonna be dark, there's not gonna be sun, it's gonna be cold. But when that passes, when the storm passes, you also get the sun, and you get the warmth, and you get the rainbow, and you get everything, and you get new flowers. And that's how life is when it's bad, it's very, very bad. But when it's good, man, it gets really, really good. You guys are not alone. No matter if you lost somebody in your family, you're going through a heartbreak, you got fired from your job, you quit your job, you lost a friend, you're in a toxic relationship, you're in a toxic friendship, you're in a very toxic household, you know, whether someone in your family is super toxic and they gaslight you every day, or no matter what the case may be, you are not alone. I know sometimes you may want to feel like you're alone, and you telling yourself that you're alone kind of like eggs you on a little bit, and you're like, man, understand, like no one understands me, but people do understand you and you are not alone. And it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling and your feelings are valid. But I need you to please stay on this earth and never leave this earth because we need you. You just don't feel like you're needed because of the people that you're surrounded by. Sometimes in life, we feel very, very depressed and sad and, anxious. We have anxiety and we feel like we're not worth it and we feel like our life is just doomed because we're surrounded by the wrong people. And I never wanted to believe that myself. I was like, nah, I know I'm a good person, so no matter who I surround myself with, it's okay. But it's not. Who you surround yourself with and who you talk to the most actually matters on who you are as a person and who you will become as a person. So don't be scared to start over. Don't be scared to move out. Don't be scared to leave that relationship. Don't be scared of the what ifs. What if I don't find somebody better? What if I don't make enough money? What if I leave and my life goes crashing down? What if I leave and my mom and dad get mad at me? Or what if I move away and my family's sad? Or what if I quit that job and I don't get a better job? But what if everything just works out, okay? What if everything ends up working out amazing for you? What if that? Why are all your what ifs so negative towards yourself? Like the more we get hurt as people by other people, we tend to self-sabotage ourselves. What if everything works out in your favor? And if it doesn't right now, it doesn't mean it never will. Because so many things in this life have not worked out in my favor. So many things. Later down the line, it does work out for me. And I realized later down the line as to why I had to go through what I went through to get to where I am now. Imagine if I never got, fucked over by somebody that I was in a relationship with. I would have never gained this mentality that I have now. I'm not normalizing their wrongs, but I did heal and I learned from that. Imagine if I never lost all the friends that I used to be friends with. I would be stuck in the same place, doing the same thing with the same people 24/7, and there's no growth in that. Or imagine if I never quit my 9 to 5. I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese and I used to work at Chic, a shoe store. Love both of those jobs, but I realized that they weren't my passion and I was so scared to quit because not only was I quitting 2 jobs, but I also didn't want to go to college. I refused to go to college. So what was I gonna tell my mom? Hey mom, I quit my jobs. I don't want to go to school, but I'm gonna figure it out. I know how crazy that sounds. You're gonna be like, wait, what? You don't want to go to school and you don't want to have a job? Like, what? So thank God my mom always believed in me and understood me, And doing that, it was scary because I didn't have a backup plan. I wasn't on social media when I was 17 or 18, but I figured it out. And my life wouldn't be the way that it is right now by the grace of God if I stayed at the job. You have to really ask yourself, are you happy or are you comfortable? Are you satisfied or are you just okay? You know what I mean? One piece of advice I always give everybody is to never play it safe. If you feel like you should quit that job, quit. If you feel like you want to leave that relationship, because you just never know what's on the other side, and that's the scary part of life, but also it's a fun part. So no matter what you're going through, I want you guys to know that you are not alone, and ending your life is not the right thing, no matter how much pain you're in and no matter how sure you feel about this right now, and you know that every day gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and you don't want to wake up another day and feel even worse than what you did the day before. This is just a rough patch. It is not a bad life. It's a bad moment. It's never a bad day. It's only a bad moment. This too shall pass. This too will pass. You just have to have a little bit more faith in yourself, and you have to believe in yourself and understand that what you're going through is something that you can get through. Why? Because you're here. Whatever you believe in, whether it's God or anything else, I respect it all, but they chose you to be here. You have something that you just don't see yet, something amazing. So just because the people around you don't believe in you and they're belittling you every day and making you feel like shit every day and they're so toxic and so negative and your mind is just clouded with that, don't let their reality become your reality. Let them be negative on their own. Don't try to change them. Walk away, leave, do better, go move states, leave that relationship, start over, leave that job, leave that friendship, leave anything that is costing you your peace. Because I don't care how rich you are, one thing nobody can afford is for someone to come in and fuck up our peace. So I'm here to say that things do get better. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe months to weeks to days to hours from now. But when they do get better, you are going to win so hard. And every single day I think that to myself, imagine if I actually took my life, I would have missed out on all of this. And God knows what else I would have missed out on. Like, I'm still super young. I have so much life left to live for as long as God lets me, of course. But now I'm excited for my life. I'm excited because I made it through the rough patch that I didn't think I would have made it through. One thing I tell people, and I hope you guys learn how to do this too, is turn your pain into power. When you have God, you have everything, even whenever you have nothing. You could be in a box, and if you have God, you have everything. People only treat you the way they feel about themselves. You ever surround yourself with someone and they're just so bitter at the world, and they're racist and homophobic, and they have so much shit to say, and they're always causing a problem everywhere they go, and their life is filled with chaos and problems and this and that, because they are the problem. They are the problem. And they're also their own solution. But instead of them healing, they get bitter and not better. Please understand that other people's toxic behavior has nothing to do with you. No matter what they tell you, no matter how they go out of their way to make you feel like shit, that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them and the demons they're fighting up here. So stop blaming yourself for somebody else's wrongs. Stop. Because in doing that, you learn how to self-sabotage. Self-sabotaging is not good. You, out of all people, need to love yourself more than anybody in the world can love you. You need to love yourself more than anybody can love you. That way nobody can ever make you feel like you are defeated, because you love yourself so much that you understand that, hey, your problem is not with me, it is with you. You don't hate me, you hate yourself. You don't think I'm not shit, you don't think you're shit. So when you really, really, really learn how to understand that they only treat you how they feel about themselves, you stop taking everything so personal. Yeah, some things may still hurt. I mean, we're not made out of fucking stone, but you learn to stop taking insults so personal, and you end up just feeling bad for them. Not bad like, hey, I feel bad for you. No, more of like, I feel bad for you. Like, you're this grown doing this shit. You live a sad life. You're miserable. And those people want you to be miserable because they're so miserable with themselves. So don't ever let other people's opinions of you or what they have to say about you ever make you feel like you're not worthy and you shouldn't be here whenever you should be here, because people only hate you because they can't be you. Don't let them win. The enemy will not win. The enemy will not win. I promise you. I know you don't see it right now, but trust and believe. You will come out on top because you're a good person and you have a lot to offer and your heart is big as hell. I don't know who needs to hear this, but please stay. I know things are hard. I know you're going through something so painful. I know you feel defeated, and I know you feel like shit. I know you don't feel your best. I know you feel like you want to crawl in a hole and just stay there forever, but you need to get up. It's okay to get down. It's okay to be down. It's okay to cry, but don't stay down for too long, because the longer you stay down, it's so much harder to get back up. So get up. Show up for yourself every day, whether it's going to the gym every day or waking up early every day or doing something that makes you happy or that you love every day. You need to show up for yourself every day, even if nobody else shows up for you, because you're here to do this shit for you. You are worthy. You are worth it. You are the definition of light and love, but you just don't see that yet. That's your problem. You don't see that because so many negative people have clouded your vision, that hurt you so bad that you think that you ain't shit when you are the shit. I need you to get up. Get up. Get better. Let's do it. I know it hurts, but it hurts more to stay down than to get up. Regardless, you're gonna hurt whether you're down or up. You might as well get up and do something amazing for yourself, because you deserve that shit. Don't give up. It's easier said than done, but do not give up, because you are going to miss out on so much good. Your blessings are coming, okay? Your good days are coming. Your wins are coming. Not right now maybe, but on God's timing. His timing is so much better than our timing. Imagine if things always went our way. This would be like a living hell. Our life wouldn't be the way that it is. God's timing is perfect. It's easy to have faith when things are going good, but it's so hard to have faith whenever things are going bad. But that's when having faith counts the most. I love you. Stay strong. I'm here. You're worth it. You're valuable. And if people don't see your worth, that doesn't mean you're worthless. Let people, it's okay if people don't see your worth. It's okay if they talk shit. It's okay if they belittle you. It's okay. Because you have something that they don't. And they're making that very, very obvious. So I love you. Stay here. You are loved. And we all need you here. I love you guys.